My name is Linda Davidson. I'm co-founder and executive director of Our Military Kids, and we're located in McLean, Virginia. Our Military Kids is an organization that provides support and recognition to children of our deployed Reserve and National Guard and children of our wounded warriors. We provide grants to cover fees for sports, fine arts, and tutoring programs to help the children better cope with the separation from their military parent. When I was researching whether a program like Our Military Kids was needed, I came across a quote from a service member who was stationed in Iraq, and he was asked, "What do you need most while you're serving our country overseas?" And he said, "Please don't send cookies, care packages, or socks. Please just take care of our children." The impact of deployment on children causes emotional distress. Many of the children were experiencing sleepless nights, nightmares. Older children start bedwetting, anxiety, emotional outbursts, symptoms that were not present prior to the parent being deployed overseas. The year that we ran our pilot program, we provided grants to 60 children. Last year, we gave out about 10,000 grants to children all across the country. Thus far, we've provided over 37,000 grants and have given out over $15 million. We are heavily dependent on corporate donations, foundations, and individual donations. So many people would like to be able to support in a meaningful way our military families, and this is one way of being able to do that is by supporting their children. One of the initial success stories was a story of Kayla, who was a first grader. She was having a difficult time during the school year. Kayla had not progressed in math and reading and would have to stay back. Her mother called us and asked for a grant to receive tutoring during the summer months. Kayla was able to start the second grade with her class, and she received all A's and 1 C+. It's not Linda Davidson and it's not the staff at Our Military Kids. It is a combination of people who really care about our military and being able to support them. And Our Military Kids is an organization that represents our nation, who is supporting our Reserve and National Guard families who are sacrificing so much to protect our freedoms.
I'm Nancy Chance, Executive Director of Good Samaritan Network of Hamilton County, Indiana. Good Samaritan is a network, which is a little bit different concept, of 64 agencies, 27 pantries, 9 township trustees. We have approximately 260 churches, and we have clubs, organizations, corporations, and businesses that are all part of that actually take care of our families in the county. My grandfather and my uncles, post-World War II, actually had a cabinet shop. The trains would stop a block away, and I would see hobos and people jumping off the train and going down below the bridge. And I'd ask my grandfather, what are they going to eat? It probably was around lunchtime. And he said, they aren't unless you can think of something. It really impacted me to do something, and I went to my grandmother's picnic basket and I got our sandwiches, extra sandwiches, and cut them up and went down below the hill. And I did that for 2 years before I started school. I made a pledge to myself that I was going to make a difference. I just felt like in my heart that people should have their dignity, and they should have food on the table, and they should have people that would support them, and no matter where they came from. And so that's how I started. Good Samaritan Network in 1980 served 397 families, and last year at the end of the year our total was 18,978 families. We have 4,497 volunteers, and what we do is solicit corporations, businesses, and churches and private people for donations towards our effort to help us be the lifeblood of that network and try to infuse our help and support within the network. If they have the right kind of mentoring and the right kind of classes and the right kind of support, they can do anything. And I think that that's where life change happens, is when you can have people work together for the greater good. I probably give as much time to Good Samaritan as I do to my full-time job, and I find that it enriches my life beyond comparison because I've impacted so many people by helping them find the solutions and the resources, whether it's a client or whether it's an agency. I think it's just been invaluable to see that kind of collaboration, and it's been a big blessing to me.
I'm Shannon Thompson. I'm the founder and visionary director of Shakti Rising, which is a social change organization that blends personal transformation, community wellness education, and leadership development with women and girls. We started in San Diego in 1999 officially, and now we have a home there and 2 cottages, 3 beautiful gardens, and it's our main location site. Then we spread into Northern California and into the island of Kauai, which is in Hawaii. There are 3 programs, and the foundation of all of them is education. I'm a passionate believer that what empowers us in everything from our personal healing to leadership development is education and skills and an approach to living, a shift in perspective. So our 3 programs are the Transformational Recovery Program, an Education and Community Wellness Program, and then our Leadership Development Services. We serve approximately 2,000 women through our 3 programs. The heart of all of our services is the Transformational Recovery Program, which is for young women 15 to 30 who are dealing with anything from addiction to eating disorder to depression to personal life trauma. We live in a time when there's a leadership crisis, and we need people who have integrity and they have passion and they have creativity and they have a sense about community and they're willing to stand up. And that's at the root of everything we do, is helping people find where they have a contribution, so leading from any chair, but also what does it mean to lead? What does it take to be visionary and lead people into something that they can't even conceive yet, but they believe they can achieve it? The businesses and organizations and other nonprofits we've worked with have become incredibly successful because we focus them around their vision and their values and working from the heart. And of course now the research is coming out and saying what we have known for a long time, that that's what's going to make real significant change in our lifetimes. I feel like the greatest challenge and the greatest honor is to be called a leader. And to be a leader not because I've taken a role, like an assigned role, but to be a leader because I inspire other people to lead. And that somehow I've found a way to help them become even better leaders than I am and might ever be. It's the greatest legacy I could have. And so because of that, I'm always striving to be better, but in a way of like recognizing that I have enough and that we're enough, and that when we come together, there's more than enough to actually see all of our dreams come true. And how could that not make me better?
My name is Evelyn Castellar, and I live in Federal Way, Washington, and I'm the founder of Proyecto Honduras. Proyecto Honduras started in 2002. We started with just a small clinic from our farmhouse in Honduras when we noticed that our neighbors were in need of medical care. We started by bringing vitamins and medicine, giving those to just our neighborhood. We were having 25 to 50 people, and it was becoming uncomfortable at the home. So we built a clinic down by the road. Sometimes 200 people a day would come to the clinic. We had the clinic for over 3 years before the first person from the cloud force came down from the mountains to the clinic. Then I started to go up into the mountain. The children were blonde and puffy, but very lethargic, and it was identified as kwashiorkor, which is a starvation. It's a protein deficiency. They were dying. These kids need food. They live in mud huts, most without water or electricity, mud floors, and the roofs are leaves. Just about every child has fungus, amoeba, parasites. They don't have shoes, having to walk and get water from the river, a lot of infectious diseases. I take them immediately to get the infusions of food and blood, and then they need long-term care. We provided a lot of real beef, real meat, and also dried beef from the U.S. we sent down there to feed the people, because that's what they need, is the protein. We invite medical teams to come down, and they're just wonderful. So giving, and they work so very hard to help with the medicine and the needs for these people. Plus they bring other help, shoes and clothing also. This last trip we were down there for 4 months. We had 6 teams come down, dentists, doctors, cardiologists. We go into the schools and give classes and help, teach hygiene. We need to keep them alive and then make it so that they can go to school. I have about 2,000 children in this situation. Someday we will get that cloud forest to become a paradise. And the children will live and they'll learn. There'll be schools and roads. When I went to Honduras, it was for selfish reasons and for my health. Now, in the service of others, I'm able to forget my health issues and move forward. And I honestly believe that the prayers of the little children and their love heals me.
My name is Pasha Pei, and I'm the founder of Imagine Me Ministries, and we are located in Baltimore City, Maryland. I had started hearing not so good things about the middle school that I attended. And so when the Lord gave me the vision for Imagine Me, I knew right away that I wanted to start at the middle school that I attended. Our mission is inspiring girls to embrace a life of promise. And the way that we do that is through a multifaceted program where each young lady receives a one-on-one mentor. We may go go-kart racing. We have art projects that we participate in together. We've taken trips to New York City to expose them to different cultures. We have taken a trip to the Kennedy Center, to Smithsonian museums. They are able to participate in activities that touch on the social, emotional, relational, the physical, every aspect of being a girl. We currently have 25 mentors who are either in a one-on-one match or who operate in a group mentoring capacity. The way that Imagine Me helps each girl to embrace a life of promise is by meeting her where she is and getting to know her and accept her and love her exactly how she is, and then look at the areas that need some polishing, and then the mentor and the program helps her polish those areas. We primarily operate off of individual donors, and we have fundraisers. We're in 2 middle schools, but we have had over 70 young ladies come through our program. There's so much value in seeing someone being impacted and growing positively from something that you've done or said. And it could be something big or it could be something really, really small. I feel privileged and honored to even be in their presence and to serve them, because they don't have to let me or our mentors or our organization serve them. It's not about, the adult and being the adult and telling a young lady, this is how you live life. It's about us learning from each other. And I learned so much from them, so much from them.
I'm Carlotta Jacobson. I'm president of Cosmetic Executive Women and founder of Cancer and Careers. Cancer and Careers is a resource for men and women that are going through treatment for cancer or survivors of cancer, and healthcare professionals to give them the information they need to manage a career and cancer. When I first conceived of the idea, during a period of 2 years, about 5 of our board members had cancer. All of them were working, and the one thing that they found is there was plenty of medical information available, but there wasn't any information about how they would handle the challenges they were facing in their office. Like, who do they tell? What do they say? How are people going to perceive them? Today, Cancer in Careers, after 10 years of existence, is reaching over 160,000 people. From the time that we started, where we thought it was just going to be a website, we now have conferences and seminars and support groups, and we actually have our own career counselors that answer questions about what do I say to people? What do I do when I have a gap in my resume? Do I tell a prospective employer, why I have that gap? So it answers the basic questions, and it really helps people feel confident that they can go back to work or stay in the workplace.
Carlotta created something for millions of women. Those tools, those free materials that are provided, the education to oncology nurses and oncology specialists across this country. Being a former nurse myself, this program is close to my heart. And Carlotta Jacobson, congratulations for creating a program that provides women with the confidence and tools that they need at a time where life seems very dark, and you give them a light and ability to stay connected to the place that keeps you, you.
I didn't imagine that it would grow as much as it has, that we now have a Cancer in Careers in the UK. We probably will have one hopefully in France soon because we have an organization there. I didn't have this master plan. I just wanted to do something that was going to make other people be able to continue to work and to deal with cancer and to help them.